This leader is provided to facilitate adjustment of focus. Please be aware there are spoilers contained in this video presentation.
Wally, don't preach. That place needs a sweep. Wally, don't preach. It's putting me to sleep. But I made up my mind. I'm ditching my Humvee. Oh, I'm ditching my Humvee.
You don't have a Humvee.
I don't have a Humvee.
Wall-E was released in 2008. It was directed by Andrew Stanton. It won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. It was nominated for Writing, Music, Song, and Sound Mix. And it won the Golden Globe for Best Animated Film. I've watched Wall-E a bunch of times. That immortal story of a boy and his roach. I feel like you see a lot of elements kind of pop up early. Like in the first couple minutes, he hits a fire extinguisher, which comes in later during when he gets lost in space. This was the period where they started their turn, where up until this point, everybody had said, well, the cool thing about PIXAR movies is that there's something for kids and there's stuff for adults to like too. And they just kind of went over the hump. It's really all about adults and the themes are so adult. I understand wanting to teach your kids to recycle. And,
not part of business time, but it's important.
It's business. It's business time.
Conservation is a good idea, but I feel like when humans are the overriding villain in your story, like the human race, and the hero of your story are robots, well, I don't know if that's what I want my kids watching.
Like the idea of a robot uprising where robots are not obeying humans, like that is the start of a lot of really, like the Matrix basically starts that way.
Terminator.
And they're all like, ha ha, funny robots.
Hey, I know that guy. It's Wally.
Look, they're sentient. They're going to outlive you. They're stronger, faster, and more resilient than you.
Well, and they can repair themselves too. I mean, Wally was living there by himself, and he was able to repair himself.
Oh, by cannibalizing his brethren.
Why do the robots need the humans at all? They really don't. I mean, they're able to control themselves. So there was something amiss, like in this whole thing, that I felt that was. I mean, it just was bleak.
Well, in addition, I think Otto was probably still right. Like the idea that there was one little plant on the planet, the idea of taking everybody back there doesn't necessarily mean that you can start farming crops and making pizza plants again.
Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
The ship doesn't go away.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does? Okay.
In this explanation, it does.
I understand that the robots made the human's life better, but it's like, just because of technology doesn't make every human like fat and stupid.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
You still have people to engineers to operate that big ship.
There are people that enjoy exercise.
Right.
So even at the point where that you have a repulsor chair, yeah, I mean, it was just so preachy.
My kids' movies are preachy. It's this one, Happy Feet, the Emoji Movie, and Epic was really preachy.
I think that it was a well put together movie, but the ideas behind the plot were so toxic that I just really don't like it.
Yeah, if you want to watch the live action Wall-E, it's called Oblivion. It has Tom Cruise in it. I mean, it's kind of interesting that a robot would just go, man, I'm going to crush me in some trash. And that's all I'm going to do for the first 45 minutes of this film. And you're going to love it.
The risk that they took with that being so sparse, the first 45 minutes of it, I can see what they were going for, but I don't think they did it.
And I read where the writers to this actually came up with the idea at lunch, where it's like, well, you should have thought of something else.
It should have had dessert.
Better off watching Ratatouille twice.
You guys have heard about the PIXAR timeline. This is the kickoff to Cars. So humans become extinct and cars become sentient. That's that leap.
Well, life is a highway.
Life is a highway. There were no ukuleles in this movie.
No ukulele. And this one would be easy to have a
Right.
ukulele
You
in.
could have totally just put one in the garbage and it would have been crushed by Wally.
I've got to give Wally one. I mean, I worked as the sound engineer for a church for 7 years and got to hear the sermon 3 times every Sunday and never felt like I was more preached at than this.
I think that humans are good. They work through the problems that they have. To be so nihilistic to think that humans are just going to give up and we're going to go to space and just live in space. I just felt like it was a big screw you to me, and I'm like, meh.
I think it was personal.
So one ukulele.
I would agree. I would give it 1. It just had no point to me.
It's over!